Okay, so we're hanging out, Mark Hall from Casting Crowns, and
What's up, man?
one, glad you're here, and I heard there's new music coming, which you're going to get to that, but I feel like the last record was so much about your battle with cancer and kind of going through that. I feel like everyone's heard that story from you.
Yeah.
In the years since that, how have you changed? There was Mark pre, and now Mark post. How have you changed in that story, in that transition?
You know, the songs that I write are always something that I'm teaching, and this was something that I was having to learn, and I think the big thing I came out of that with was let the church love you.
Yeah.
When it comes to the new album, the new music that you've been writing, what has shaped that for you?
I'm still youth pastoring in Atlanta. They're Sunday through Wednesday, and what's happening in lives of the families around us, what God's teaching me as a dad, and the things that I'm seeing resonate with families there is where it always starts. And then it's just after I've taught it, I'll see like this idea is really kind of sticking. Like this is where people are living right now, and that's kind of how the songs will begin. And the idea of that Jesus is the only name to remember is kind of what kind of spawned all of it. I think we focus a lot these days on humbling ourselves. We need to humble ourselves. But I think the more you hung out with Jesus, you didn't have to humble yourself at all. You were humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just realized I have absolutely nothing to offer the world. I have nothing. So John the Baptist wasn't being humble when he said, I'm just a voice in the wilderness. I'm not even worthy to tie his shoes. I mean, it sounds so cool and spiritual, but no, he was serious. He was like, I've seen the man. I got nothing for you. Let me just tell you, I am a train wreck, and I got nothing going for me but him. You got to know him. And so the closer I get to Jesus, the more I see that. That's kind of where this record's going.
I know that a lot of what you write comes out of the teachings that you have for the youth group. But in this particular album, I understand that you face some tough stuff along the way. And usually when something happens, like somebody steals all of our stuff, that doesn't turn into a story that's going to help other people. But that is not the case with you.
Yeah, I had a tough month or so there. And it's just some really dark things that happened with some families in our church and things that I really we'll never be able to tell the stories about, but just having to pastor families that I love through the darkest things. And then dealing with all that, and you kind of carry the weight, and then I'm on the way to Nashville to try to write songs, and someone breaks in the car and steals all my...
What did they make off with?
My Bible that I've had for years, and I'm dyslexic, so I kind of focus on... I have to have my Bible when I read. And then my phone that had everything I'd sung into it for 2 years, and in my journal with every thought that I'd written on what I wanted to say.
Everything that you would have been writing songs with.
Completely gone. And so it was a tough thing with everything else that was happening. Yeah. And just trying to be what everybody needs you to be, and realizing I can't do this. I don't have this. I'm not equipped for this. And so some of the strongest things I've ever written came from a time where I thought I have nothing to say now. Because I don't just sit down and go, I think I'll write a song. It's usually a thought here from this, a thought here from this, and I go back and see. This needs to be said. So I've never been the confident, I'll just write more songs guy. I'm the confident guy that's thinking, oh, we're done. I got nothing. As a matter of fact, every time I finish a record, I go, oh, there it is. That's all I got. I guess we're finished. I got 10 songs and a cover. Here we go. You know. But it really was the idea that God's the only way that this is going to happen. Not the only way I'm going to have my album. I mean, that's such a silly kind of thing. There's a lot bigger things in the world going on than people's album and your little songs and your studio moments. But just the only way I'm going to get through some of the stuff I've been through in the last year was Jesus was going to have to be the one that did it. So that's where the songs came from.
It's so funny to hear you say that, because I would imagine just me, not knowing you very well, but just knowing who you are and Casting Crowns and all that. I hear you say I lost everything, my notes, my phone. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, he must think, God, you're giving me a fresh, clean slate. You're going to give me all these new ideas and less of me, more of you. Fill me, Lord.
Yeah.
Instead, it was, what do we do?
Yeah.
I have nothing.
And then you got these well-meaning Christians. Well, that fella or that lady's going to look through your journal. And I'm like, I don't want him to. I want fire to fall from heaven right now. I'm talking leprosy, people. That's what I want to see.
I want my journal back.
Yeah. I'm not ready for that little learning moment just yet. Okay? So yeah, it was tough, man. It was really tough.
That's refreshing to me, because it shows that you're a real person. You're not just this robot who can go on stage and be Jesus to people automatically. You have real moments.
Yeah.
And to really have to say, okay, Lord, now what? That's for me. Good to hear.
Hi, we are Carlos and Morgan from the KSBJ Afternoon Show. Thank you for checking out our video on KSBJ's YouTube channel.
Now, if you want to subscribe, hit the button below. And if you want to see some more fun, just click the videos over there.
89.